like your authentic self-expression. Your little you being a little baby laser cat on the back of a llama with tacos floating around. That this magical this magical stuff. Your authentic expression is what makes you a star. It's what makes you stand out. It's what makes you shine and glimmer, and it's how you showcase the amazingness of you in this world. Hello, this is Kathy. Welcome back to Duality Unfolding. Thank you so much for joining me for this February month ahead reading. So I have 3 groups for you to choose from. In honor of Aquarius season, I thought we would do something a little fun and different. So I pulled 3 cards from the Random Galaxy playing card deck that I found on Amazon because cats and pizza, come on. So I will show you those, but we'll be covering in this month ahead reading. We're going to look at your path, your purpose, and love for the month of February. So path being like the direction, maybe a message that your soul has for you on which way it wants you to go around something. Purpose being kind of something you can focus on for the month. Love being whatever love messages want to come up, whether that's like self-love or, family love, intimate love, friend love. And then I've got quite a few oracle cards that are just messages from God, source, spirit, whatever you like to call it. So I will show you your options. So for group number 1, your card is the 5 of diamonds, and we have we have a llama and cat with laser eyes and tacos. So if number 5 or llamas or laser-eyed cats mean anything to you, this could be your deck. So the Astro Dice is Scorpio, and this little I don't think it's carnelian. I think it's like sandstone or sunstone or something like that. This little heart. And then I like stickers, and so I decided to pull a sticker for you guys. And the message is patience you must have. Group number 2, your random galaxy card is the 4 of diamonds, and we have I don't know what this. Oh, it's like another cat. I was like, is that an animation? It's a cat with some sweet sunglasses on, holding ice cream cones, and it has a little, like almost like little chakra symbols, and a panda in outer space with this rainbow and a planet. The Astro Dice is Aquarius and this little amethyst moon. And then your sticker is, "Aw, I love you," with Pikachu and whatever Pokemon this is. And then group number 3, your random galaxy card is the Jack of Clubs with another cat holding ice cream cones with laser eyes on top of a rooster, on top of a panda, on top of a llama, on top of a unicorn with a rainbow coming out of its butt. I love these cards so much, if you cannot tell by my excited giggling. The Astro Dice that rolled out for you was this green aventurine star and the Pisces sign. And then your sticker is Oh Snap, which I feel like is super appropriate for this card because what is going on here? But also, yes. Okay. So these are the options for your February month ahead reading. I promise that I have pulled real tarot cards and you'll get real tarot messages, but I feel like this is me in a nutshell. This is the nonsense that I have decided to dedicate my life to in 2024. So if you're here for it, enjoy. So as always, take all the time that you need to choose. You're welcome to watch as many readings as you like, and I will see you guys in your groups. Hello, group number 1. So if you chose the 5 of diamonds, Virgo, heart, sun, sand, something, stone, and this patience you must have Star Wars sticker. This is your reading. So I have lots and lots of cards here for you, as you can see. But The very interesting thing is that this card, when I was shuffling the tarot cards, I used the Vox Arcana for the tarot cards for this reading. But when I was shuffling the tarot cards, this card jumped out, like just way out, kind of flew out of the deck. And I mean, the cards are a little bit slippery, but I also had a really hard time picking it up. Like I kept picking it up and I kept dropping it. And so this card that came out is the Tower reversed. And so the tower can symbolize upheaval, right? Like when we look at this person, this is the tower upright. They're falling off of this pedestal. But I feel like because it's in the reverse, like we can see instead of her falling down, she's kind of on shaky ground, right? So I feel like this is kind of going to be the energy for you for the month of February, where like you might have a hard time getting your footing. And so that could look like something physical where like if you live somewhere that is very cold and wet and icy and snowy, please, please, please be careful, because this inability to get your footing could, you know, be indicative of like kind of a warning of like, hey, be careful, like just take some careful steps. Like we don't want you to slip and fall and hurt yourself, because nobody needs that. It's already cold, which is miserable enough. Or it can be that like you might be at a point in your life where it's like, I just can't get grounded, you know? And when I think of like that grounded feeling, like to me, what it feels like is, and this is different for everybody, but it can be that like I'm in my head where like my brain is running and I'm not really present in my body. Or it can be that like I just can't make progress. Like I can't get my footing to step forward or move forward. Or it can feel like the foundation is shaky, right? Maybe I'm trying to start a new habit or trying to figure out like a schedule. I feel like, you know, we came out of the holiday season and I kind of feel like it feels like it's hard to get like a habit going, right? So maybe like you're having a hard time getting your sleep schedule sorted out. Maybe you normally like cook dinner for your family every night and like just things have been like a little bit weird and chaotic and you just can't seem to, you know, get to the grocery store to get what you need, or like the time gets away from you and it's like you're having dinner super late and that's not what you planned. And so, you know, I just wanted to share that because it was, I feel like those things that happen when I pull cards, like that's a message for you as well. And so if you are feeling like you're struggling to get your footing, you're not doing anything wrong, like that's kind of just the energy for this month. There's a lot of stuff going on with the astrology. There's a lot of really big shifts, like new beginnings. And when things are shaking and moving, it's hard to get our footing and our balance. It almost feels like if you have ever been on one of those like flat moving conveyor belts at the airport, like I was going to say flat escalator, but that doesn't make sense because an escalator like escalate, yeah. So like that flat conveyor belt in the airport, if you've ever been on one but you kind of weren't paying attention and it stopped and it kind of like caught you off guard, right? And so that feeling of like that shakiness where like, oh man, I can't get my footing, that is kind of what the energy feels like for this month. Like it's not catastrophic, it's not the end of the world, it's not terrible, it's just like weird and awkward and shaky. So let's get into your other cards. So as I said in the intro, I'm going to put this one over here. I pulled cards for your path, purpose, and love. So your path is kind of what, what your guides, your soul, your higher power wants you to focus on for the month. So let's see what we have. Okay, so we've got Ace of Wands. This is a new beginning. This is starting fresh. The wand, we can see it's kind of inside this person. And the orange around here is, I feel like it connects really well to like the fire energy of the wands, but also the sacral chakra, which is the chakra that's over our reproductive organs. Like if you're a woman, your womb space. If you're a man, like your lower stomach. Well, even if you're a woman, it's over your lower stomach. But this card is really about starting something new. And the green, this is the heart chakra, but the green around, like there's a lot of love around you, and it's okay for you to be curious. Like it's safe for you to explore and kind of seek out some new things, seek out a little bit of new adventure in whatever way that looks like for you, right? I feel like we all kind of experience adventure in different ways. Like for some people, it might be getting out in nature. For other people, it might be exploring like a restaurant by yourself, going out to make friends, like starting a new hobby, just different things like that. So I've got a couple of different oracle cards to kind of support this path message. So this first one is spiritual abundance. And the card says, "Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance." So that really goes with this green. So you might be starting something new that leads you to some money, which we love. And then the next two cards that I have for you are Mother Mary, which is love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. And Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off of your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. So let me move that little guy. Okay, so you might be on the path to forgiveness. There might be something that you're kind of dealing with, which could be causing this kind of shaky, uncertain kind of feeling, like things being kind of wobbly about, like which way to go, like what do I do? Just try to begin new, right? Just try to begin something new. If you're having a little bit of conflict with someone, I feel like there's some healing that can happen around that conflict, and I feel like more is going to come up in the love reading. But to me, like these two very much feel like forgiveness. You're being encouraged and called to forgive someone. This could be yourself, in the times that things are a little bit shaky and chaotic. If you are being hard on yourself, you deserve your own forgiveness as much as anybody else deserves your forgiveness, right? Like nobody's perfect. We're all humans and we're messy and it's awkward and difficult, and sometimes we fumble and fall, and all we can do is our best, right? But this spiritual abundance card to me is really about like having a lot of support around you, right? So like the times that you feel like, I don't know what to start, like what if I do it wrong? You have a team of like guides and spirit guides and ancestors and like spiritual beings that are just around you. So ask for that help, ask for some sure footing, ask for guidance on which way to go. Be open to like the signs that come up. If you if you start a new path and there's money that starts coming in, especially if it's unexpectedly, that's a sign to keep moving in that direction, especially with this angel with like the little treasures and the coins. If you are struggling to communicate with someone, or if you're struggling to like forgive someone, or it's like a struggle to have peace with them, call on your spirit guides, call on your angels, and ask them for help with those things. So that's the message for, your path. So I'm going to put where am I going to put this? Maybe I'll put it over here. Okay. And then the next group of cards that we have is your purpose. And so this one is the Three of Swords. So you can see still a little unhappy. Three of Swords is a card of like disappointment. So, to me, what this feels like is that there's something that you thought you were supposed to be doing, and something unexpected happened. For instance, like maybe you got laid off, right? Maybe you learned the truth. Maybe you learned the truth about a situation that you were in, and it is not what you're expecting, and it was really hurtful. To me, purpose is the things that we do to care for others, to care for ourselves, because we feel like we're being guided to go in that direction. For some people, it's work. For some people, it's parenthood. Some people, it's volunteering. Some people, it's just learning things, growing. So a purpose is different for everyone. And I didn't want to call this part of the reading like the career reading or the money reading. Like, I feel like we all have a purpose. You know, we all are aware that there's a purpose that we want to fulfill, or we're looking for what that purpose is. We're looking for guidance on like how to, you know, find that purpose, or like what we should be doing to fulfill our purpose. And so I feel like for you, there's something that you have been doing that you felt called to do, you thought you were supposed to be doing. And what's happened is it's resulted in some heartache, some disappointment. But I feel like the really pivotal focal point of this card is like when we look at her face, like she's very focused, right? Other depictions of the Three of Swords card, it can be like a depiction of agony, right? Like a lot of hurt, because heartache is painful. Disappointment can be painful, but I feel like with her, like whatever disappointing thing happened, it gave you a lot of clarity. Swords rule the mind, right? Swords are thoughts, words, mindset. I would say, I feel like even with this card, it's intuitive abilities. Like it's a knowing, you know, it has to do with like this crown chakra, where the sword of truth, of knowledge, is coming down into her crown chakra, coming out of her heart. And there's this bright light behind her. And it feels like there's something that you're going to go through this month that is going to cause you some disappointment. It's not going to be the end of the world. It is probably going to piss you off. It might shake you up, but it's going to give you a lot of clarity. It's going to give you a lot of trust in yourself, because once this happens, there's a part of you that is like, I had a hunch, you know, and I'm not saying it to, because I feel like sometimes like things can happen and we're like, oh, I knew this was going to happen, right? And we say it in a way that's like almost a little bit self-bullying, but like we can't really know until we have an experience that shows us that we can trust our knowing. So I feel like sometimes when we're learning how to listen to our intuition, like we'll get little nudges, right? That like God's source, spirit, universe is like, hey, I need you to do this thing. And you're like, is that what my brain says? Or is that like what my gut's telling me? Or like, I don't know, that seems weird. I don't think I'm going to do that. My brain is saying that's a weird thing to do, you know? And then our intuition might be like, hey, excuse me, I need you to do the thing, you know? And sometimes we're like, I'm just going to do it because I feel like this is the second time I had the feeling, and sometimes that means something to me, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And sometimes we see that like, oh, okay, there's a reason for me to do it. And other times it's like, okay, well, I did the thing and like nothing happened. Okay, cool. And then there's other times where we get that little nudge like, hey, excuse me, do the thing, and we don't do it, and then something happens and it's like, oh, I should have listened to it. Like I should have listened to the nudge. But I feel like that is how we learn, right? Because it takes time to learn, like, what does that nudge feel like, sound like? How are you getting those indicators from spirit? Like, how is spirit kind of nudging you? Because unfortunately, like, spirit doesn't send us a text message like, hey, dummy, break up with that person. You know, like there's not a billboard that's like, quit your job. You know, like, I mean, maybe there is, but they aren't direct, right? Because the wisdom and the knowledge is inside of us, but we have to learn to listen to our soul, which is inside of us. And so I feel like, say all that, to say that this experience that you're going to go through, this disappointment, this, it almost feels like a disenchantment in a way. And I feel like it's with someone, where it's like, I had a feeling about you. Like, this doesn't surprise me, but it also surprises me, right? Where it's like the situation is very, it's very layered, because, you know, you were following a purpose, like you were listening to the guidance that you thought that you were getting, which you were, and it led you here because you needed to learn this. You needed to learn that, When you kind of feel lukewarm about someone, that's a sign that when you feel certain things, you don't need to dismiss yourself anymore. It's not your brain making things up. It's not your mind being weird. It's not you pretending to be psychic because you've always wanted to be psychic. Like you can, going through this experience will teach you that you know the things that you weren't sure that you knew but you thought you did, and that you can trust yourself. And I feel like self-trust is something that's been coming up a lot, like in the readings, in like just some of the things that like that I've been seeing, you know, that like we're coming into this time where people are starting to trust themselves more. And I think there's been a wave of people that had developed self-trust, like kind of, I want to say earlier on, like after, you know, after the pandemic, like there were people that really, there was too much information that was inconsistent. And what they started to do was to tune into themselves and tune into their higher power. And to listen, because it was like, okay, what do I need to do? What is best for me? What is best for my family? Like, what do I do? You know, and like a lot of that tuning in wasn't for the purpose of like, everybody do this. It was like, no offense, I don't care about everybody. Right now, I'm worried about my 70-year-old mom. Right now, I'm worried about sending my kids to school. Right now, I'm worried about going to my job in person every day. You know, there was a wave of people that like got in touch with spirit, with their higher power, with God's source, whatever you call it, to learn how to hear themselves and trust themselves. And so I feel like you're kind of coming into this like next wave of people that have kind of gotten to this point where it's like, why am I trusting these people that I don't get a good gut feeling about? Like, why am I even listening to you? Like, it's going to be a little bit, it's going to go a little bit further, because I feel like what happens is, you know, we meet someone or we're interacting with someone and it's like, not really crazy about this person. Like, there's nothing wrong with them, but there's not a whole lot right with them for me, for this interaction for me. And so what we do is we give them the benefit of the doubt. Which essentially means that we allow them to benefit from the doubts that we have in ourselves, because we haven't learned to trust ourselves. So because I don't trust myself, I will allow you to benefit from the doubt that I have in myself about what I think of you. And we go along, you know, we kind of interact with these people, and then something happens where it's like, okay, I see your truth now, and I don't really like it. Maybe it hurt me. Maybe it hurt someone I care about. Maybe it just kind of screwed me over at work. Maybe it was some kind of like weird inconvenience. Maybe it's like really big drama that you're like, I don't have time for this nonsense. But, you know, in going through that, like what we learn is that like there's a lot of people that are more than happy to tell us what they think we should be doing, that do not have their own stuff together, and also have no place in giving us advice, you know? So I feel like this unexpected disappointment that comes up in February, it's going to feel like another one of those things where you feel kind of shaky and like, what is going on? Like kind of that slipping on ice feeling, like, oh, am I going to fall? Am I not? Am I going to be okay? You know, and like nothing happens, you don't fall. Like it's not horrendous, but it's a learning lesson. Because you're learning, you're coming into a time when you are learning how to trust yourself, how to trust your intuition, and you've got some bigger things to do. Like it's part of this journey on this new path. It's one of the tools that you put in your little knapsack as you're starting on your journey. So the next card I have for you around purpose is love. Oh, so good. So good. Especially with this coming through that, you know, heart chakra, that, I mean, when we trust ourselves, like that there's a significant deepening of love that happens for ourselves, right? Like, because when you think about really intimate relationships, the people that you share the most personal details of your life with, the people that you rely on to care for you or your family or your kids or your pets or, you know, even yourself, if you're not feeling well or you're sick, like that those people are the people that we trust, and those are the people that we deeply love because they are trustworthy. So as you are becoming more trustworthy to yourself, like your love for yourself is going to deepen, which, I mean, who doesn't need that? And so the next card is Sacred Self. I know I am love. And the message is, change me, divine beloved, into one who knows my true worth in every moment. Let me experience that I am love. I can't. My own sacred self will always draw kindred spirits. Oh, so your purpose for this month is to love yourself. To love yourself despite situations where you could beat yourself up for not knowing better, but like, you're not psychic. Like, we can't like, I mean, I feel like there are people that are psychic. You might have psychic abilities, but I feel like even if you are someone that's psychic, it's not like you can see everything happening in the moment, right? Sometimes it's just that you get flashes of things, or you get intuitions about things, or you might see a vision of something in your mind that doesn't happen for months or days or years, right? So like, we can't know what other people are going to do. And even if we have that feeling after the fact of like, oh, I should have known better, like, okay, well, we can shoot ourselves to death, but why? You know, because the truth of the matter is that you can't predict what other people will do. All you can do is take the situation and look at those facts and look at that data that you gathered, right? And so the data is, oh, I had a feeling, and what did it feel like? What did it sound like? How do I make sure that I learn how to hear it clearly the next time it happens? You know, because that's how that's how these lessons work, right? Like, that's how these things work. You know, and for you, it's like, you might remember the moment with that person where you're like, I knew, and now I know that I can listen to myself, I can trust myself, and I can do that as an act of love for myself, because myself is sacred. You are sacred. So this is your purpose part of the reading. There's too many. I pulled too many cards. Sorry. I can't help it. I just love sharing all the cards. Okay, so this part of the reading is about love. So I think I'm going to move a little bit of that over here. Yeah, so love, let's see what comes up. I feel like there's so many different types of love, you know, that we can have: friend love and family love and romantic love and intimate love and love for our baby cats or dogs, whatever you have. Self-love, did I say that already? Yeah. So let's see what we have. Ooh, the star. Oh, the star is like one of the most positive cards in the tarot, because this card really just talks about like that your authentic self, like your authentic self-expression, you being a little baby laser cat on the back of a llama with tacos floating around, that this magical this magical stuff. Your authentic expression is what makes you a star. It's what makes you stand out. It's what makes you shine and glimmer. And it's how you showcase the amazingness of you in this world, because you are amazing. You are one of one. Like, there's no one else like you. And even when people kind of imitate us, or even when we try to imitate other people, it's not the same, right? Because we all have that little something about us that makes us a little bit different. So this card is just a really positive card. It is the sign, or the card that represents the sign Aquarius, which is why the authenticity is so important. Aquarius is an air sign, but it's symbolized by the water bear. So we have this person, you know, that's kind of pouring this water out. The water can be emotions. It can be love, you know, like you can be just really pouring out love for people, love for yourself. And And they are looking, they're looking at this really bright, shiny star. So it's almost a message of like, focus on the highest light, focus on the highest vibrations, focus on the pure things in your world. Love being the purest, highest vibration. You are sacred. You've got light around you. Like you're just magical. You might be part elf, maybe, but yeah. So this is the first card for love, that that you have this really beautiful, authentic spirit, that you are magic. Chef's kiss. So the next card is it's a card of self-love. So whoops, they're spinning all over the place. So this card is I want to say it's what is it? Love Your Inner Goddess deck, I think. And the card is Gelato Goddess. And I don't know if this could be a message to get yourself some gelato after you have those outer space tacos. She has a little necklace on that says Brave Girl. So it takes a lot of bravery for us to be authentic. In a world that says that we have to look like everybody else, we have to be like everybody else. Authenticity is an act of courage. And I love that she's just like facing head on, right? So we've got this card looking over these two cards, even this, Ace of Wands, like it's very direct, very focused, very brave, very intentional. I feel like this, you're finding your strength this month, and it's not the kind of strength where it's like, oh, I have to keep being strong because the world's on fire. It's this strength of like, you're finding your footing as far as who you are. You're getting very grounded. So this to me feels like the month might start off bumpy. You're a little bit unsure of like which way to go. And that can kind of shake us a little bit. We like to have a plan. We like predictability. We like to know what we need to be doing. We like to have that sense of control, right? Predictability gives us the feeling of control, which gives us the feeling of safety. So the beginning of the month, things are a little shaky. I'm not sure which way to go or what new thing to do. And then something else happens in the month where it's, that kind of disappointment, like that truth being revealed that's really uncomfortable and unpleasant. And that leads you, as you're starting this new journey, following this new path, doing it in a really authentic way because you've learned that you can trust yourself. That's really going to ground you. So you're going to start the month off a little shaky. You're going to end the month very grounded, very solid in who you are. Forward facing, you know which way to go. You know what you want. You know who you want to deal with and who you don't want to deal with. So I love that. Also, maybe get some gelato if you are not allergic to eggs or dairy. So yeah, maybe treat yourself. Maybe that's really what that is. So I have 3 Cupid's Oracle cards for you. I'm not sure why these are upside down, but we will see. So the first one is peace. Peace and contentment are coming to you. Yes, because these, going from this to this, this is kind of shaky. This season has that water underneath, right? It's got this water down here, but we're going from shaky at the beginning of the month to very stable. So peace and contentment are coming towards you. Love and peace. Love it. Putting in the work, action that helps achieve goals, building the path to success. So I feel like this really lines up with this Ace of Wands, this new beginning. We're putting in the work to figure out what new thing we want to do, and then be open to change. Be receptive to new experiences. Change leads to growth. Kind of feel like that's also these two. So group number 1, I feel like this might be a big month for you. It's not gonna feel like, when you're in it, it's not gonna feel like, oh my gosh, this is so chaotic. I feel like it's the changes when you're in them, the changes are going to feel like they're happening really slowly. Like, it's almost like there's different things that are happening. And so it's almost like your focus gets pulled to like, I have to deal with this. Okay, I have to focus on this. Now I have to focus on this. Now I have to focus on this. Like, you know, and just kind of you're methodically moving on to each new thing that pulls your focus, because that's kind of how we have to operate in the world, right? We can't stop life to work on loving ourselves. We can't stop life because we, you know, had a little slip and we feel unsure and a little bit shaky. But I feel like as you're going through these changes, it's going to feel a little bit slow. But I feel like when you get to March and you reflect back, it's going to be like, wow, that was a lot. That was a lot, you know? And I feel like that you have a lot of perseverance and fortitude. And I feel like for some people, excuse me, for some people, maybe they would try, let's say, ice skating one time and they kind of slip and fall and it's awkward and they don't know what to do and they're embarrassed and then they never do it again. I feel like your energy is like, okay, well, I'm kind of slipping and sliding around because I've never done this. So I kind of have to learn how do I put my feet and like, how do these skates work? And like, maybe I'll just hold on to the side. Maybe I'll push myself off from the side. Maybe I'll ask that person how they stop, because it looks like they know what they're doing, right? So I feel like you have a lot of fortitude and perseverance. You're a very resilient person. This isn't the first like hard experience you've had. This isn't the first time you've been disappointed. This isn't the first time you've tried something new. And I think because of your fortitude and perseverance and resilience, it's not going to feel as chaotic as it might to somebody else. But I think that, you know, when you get to the end of the month, you get to next month, you get into March, you're going to be able to look back and be like, wow, that was really big. Like there were some big things that happened, and can we have a break? Because that was a lot. But yeah, group number 1, this is your reading. So I hope that it is helpful for you. Hi, just kidding. The reading's not over. I forgot that I pulled more cards. I pulled so many cards that I couldn't keep track of how many cards I pulled. So this is the last part of your reading, which is which is supportive messages from spirit. So yeah, let's see let's see what they are. Oh my gosh, nobody's watching me. I am a free roaming, fully unsupervised adult human, and obviously, yeah. Okay, so let's see. This first message is, in the past, you felt belittled and criticized. Now you learned that it wasn't your issue, but the low self-esteem of the one criticizing you. Yes. Yes. In the past, you felt the need to be perfect for your caretakers. Now you embrace all your imperfections and characteristics that are your true self. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here, and I feel like this one goes well with the star, true self. Okay. Oh, next we have the balloon and freedom. So this card is number 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1 in numerology. So 1 is a new beginning, and you're moving towards freedom and balloons, and obviously cats. Obviously. So yeah, I think this is lovely. Lovely. Authenticity, freedom, very much on point for Aquarius and Aquarius season. And then this last card is a crystal angel, and it is calcite. So this message is busy times and multitasking. Take charge of your schedule during this busy time, and honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy. Ooh, I am guilty of this, that I will just use busyness to distract myself from things. So if I could offer a suggestion around, you know, this busyness, if you can try to take some time to take care of you, right? Because there's some heavy stuff going on. So, you know, as the card says, like, are there reasons that you're really busy? Is it that someone else has more control of your schedule than they should? Is it that maybe you don't own your time because of, you know, the job that you're working at, or, you know, because you're taking care of other people, and, you know, you can't can't always be available to do whatever you want when you're caring for someone else. Is it that you were taught to be the caretaker of the group instead of taking care of yourself? So just some questions that might kind of help you to assess like the underlying reasons for being busy. But yeah, if you're able to, if you can make time to take care of yourself this month, I think that it will be really valuable. So yeah, this is the real end of your reading. So I just want to say thank you again for watching. And I really appreciate you being here and putting up with me being a little scatterbrained. So I hope you have a lovely February, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hello, group number 2. So if you chose this Four of Diamonds, Aquarius, Amethyst Moon, I Love You Pikachu Pokemon sticker, this is your reading. So I had some different things come out or happen with every group, and so I took some little scribbly notes. For your group, you have a lot of angels around you. So I pulled the very last group of cards that I pulled were crystal angel cards, and I didn't have a hard time shuffling them. When I was shuffling them, I would get like 5 at a time, or like the deck would kind of excuse me, the deck would kind of like split in a way where I was like trying to hold all of them, and so to me that just felt like there was a lot of angels that wanted to come out. And I was like, guys, come on, you know, like I'm just trying to shuffle this. And so at the end, I think there was like one came out, and then I was like, it's okay if somebody else comes out. So then there was one more. It was like, sorry, like we all wanted to say hi. So you have lots and lots of angels around you that want to communicate with you, that are they're hanging out with you. So if you ever feel like you are alone, or you know that you're kind of, if you ever feel like lost and scared, like your angels are there. Just kind of be like, hey guys, can somebody give me a hug, or can somebody come sit with me, or can you give me a sign to let me know that you're around because I'm having a hard day. You know, and you might see things like lots of animals that you don't normally see. You might see angel numbers, which can be like double, triple, quadruple of the same number. For me, a lot of times, like my angels let me know that they're around when I just see like threes, like numbers in threes. And it's not exactly like 3 in a row. It might be, I notice it a lot in my car when I'm driving. So I guess my angels are like, we have to, we gotta protect this girl when she is in the car. I think I'm a great driver. Maybe my angels don't. I don't know. But I see angel numbers a lot in my car, and what it'll be is like the odometer, and the, gosh, like you know how you can change, like there's the odometer of like how many miles are on your car, and then you can do like a trip odometer, which is like you can adjust it, and I do that so that I know when to get my oil changed, because I'm a boring practical adult. But since it's 2 rows of numbers, sometimes I'll see like 2 3s, you know, on the first row, and then another 3 right underneath, or like a 4 and like 2 4s. So that happens to me quite a bit, where I'll see like a lot of kind of the same time, or it'll be like the temperature and like the time or something like that. So just those triple numbers could be your angels letting you know that they are with you. Also, when I pulled the love cards for you, they did not want to come out. And so the feeling that I got around that was my stomach started to kind of feel weird, and it felt like apprehension or anxiety. So I don't know if there's somebody around you that gives you butterflies, or if it kind of feels more like you have had not great love relationships, circumstances. It might be like a recent situation, and like the feeling is like, I don't like that. Like, no, thank you. And it kind of felt like the cards just didn't want to come out because you're resistant. Like, I don't want love right now. Thank you. So I'm interested to see what comes out in the love cards, because like love is not always romantic love, right? It can be like how we love ourselves, the love we have for our friends, our family, our children, our pets, the love we have for like activities and hobbies, you know? So it can be a variety of things. So if you're apprehensive about the love reading, it's going to be okay. You're also allowed to just skip it. You know, I'm not gonna know, and it's not gonna hurt my feelings. This is your reading. So you do what, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Or woman, or whatever whatever you refer to yourself as. But yeah, so we will get into the reading. So I have pulled tarot cards for you from the Tarot of the Divine. I've also pulled a ton of oracle cards, but this first portion is going to be the purpose part of the reading. So the path part of the reading. So like, what is the path that like you are being invited to take for the month? Like maybe what path is your soul wanting you to go on, your higher self, just kind of helping us to see like a way forward, like something to focus on for the month. So the card is the Ace of Swords, and it's in reverse. And so Ace of Swords is, all aces are new beginnings. Swords has to do with like thoughts, communication, mindset. Because this is reversed, like there's some resistance. And it feels like there's resistance to like starting something new, there's a resistance to change. And Aquarius is a fixed sign. And so signs that have fixed energy, they don't like change. They're fixed in who they are, how they are, what they do, what they like, what they don't like. And so you might be, I also am too, so I'm not judging you. You might be a highly resistant person. But to me, what this feels like is, you know, the thing that you need to change, and it's like, I don't want to change, right? So it's, again, no judgment. It's a little bit of stubborn toddler energy, because it feels like nobody's telling you to change. Like there's something that you know, like your soul is kind of like, hello, you got to do the change. Excuse me, sir. Your soul is nudging you to make this change, and you're like, okay, I will. I don't want to. I will. Just like, can you leave me alone? Like, just stop being so pushy. I will do it when I'm ready to do it. I don't know when that'll be. I can't because I don't want to. And there's nothing wrong with that energy, with feeling that way, because change is hard and change is weird, and lots of things are weird and hard right now. So I get it. But you're gonna continue to get little nudges. And so maybe this is the angels that are around you, right? Because the cards that came out, like there was a lot, and it was very persistent. So you might, I'm sharing this with you, I'm relaying this to you, like, oh, your angels are there and they love you. And you might be like, bro, they will not stop pestering me. Like, they won't stop bothering me about this thing. And I just need some time, whatever it is. So if you are fully aware of this change that you need to make, and your angels are kind of badgering you and pestering you about it, you can do two things, right? You can, one, ask them like, okay, what do you think I should do? What do I need to, can you make it easy for me? Lay out the path for me, because this is really hard. Change is hard. It's hard for me to make change. I'm resistant. I know I need to, but I don't know how. I don't know how to want to. So you can ask them for support, but you can also let them know like, hey, I get it. Like, I know that I need to do this, but I also need time. Can you ease up a little bit? Can you ease up a little bit? Can you just give me a little breathing room to come to terms with the fact that I have to make this change? And also with, because swords being the mind and thoughts, come to terms with the fact that it's going to shift a lot of things. So a lot of times, like when we make a change, it's not one thing, right? So like a very common like change that people make is around nutrition. And this can be like going on a diet, or this can be choosing to become vegetarian, right? But it's like anytime we make a change within our world, within our internal world, there's a whole lot that goes into it, right? Like maybe we don't eat the same foods that we used to eat that we enjoy, and we want to change, but there's a little bit of grief around like not being able to eat a hot dog, because you've decided that for whatever reasons you have that are important to you, you want to stop eating meat. Could be a health reason, could be an environmental reason, it could be because you love things that have eyeballs, and if you had to kill your own food, you would starve to death. I'm with you. I could not, if I had to butcher my own animals, it could not. I could not. I would just have chickens and I would only eat eggs. That would be the only protein that I eat, but I would just have a bunch of pet chickens, But this is not about me, this is about you. So when we decide to make those changes, like there's a lot of things that internally happen for us, but it also spills out into our external world, right? Where it's like, if you go to dinner with a friend and you're a new vegetarian or vegan and you share that, like they're gonna react the way that they're gonna react. And that's not your responsibility, but as human beings, like we are affected by the other human beings around us, right? So you might go to dinner with a friend that's like, oh God, everybody's vegetarian now. And it's like, thanks for the vote of support. Or you might go out with a friend that's like, I have been wanting to try it, but I don't have anybody to go with me to this new vegetarian place. Let's go, But also, just understanding that like change can be complicated, it can be complex, and it can be hard. So if you're feeling a lot of pressure from your angels to make changes, or even from yourself, like giving yourself a little bit of breathing room and asking for support. So that was a lot. So this first card that came up to kind of clarify, or just, kind of talk about the way ahead with this change that we're a little resistant around, is this Lady Venus card. It's downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realms. More angel messages. So if you're not sure why you need to change, ask your angels. Ask your angels. Yeah. And even if you have a really hard time not connecting with them, hearing from them, ask them while you're sleeping. So as you go to sleep, ask them to show you kind of in the dream space, or communicate with you in the dream space, what messages or downloads, or just to help you download information, like what insights you need to learn to understand around this change that you're resistant to. Next is count your blessings. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. Okay, so that's I feel like you have a little bit of little sassiness in your angel group, that somebody's like, you're welcome. This little angel is thank dear group number 2. Thank you for allowing me to be in your life and pester you to do the things that you don't want to do. Love, sassy angel. That's so stupid. Don't pay attention to me. But yes, gratitude can help our perspective. It can help our mindset, right? That we can even have that gratitude for ourselves, that like, I'm grateful that I have the awareness that I need to make the change and that I'm resisting it. Like, because I feel like awareness is this catalyst for change, right? That like once we become aware of certain things, we can't go back. We can't unsee the thing. And that kind of helps nudge us closer to actually making the change. So, or you can just begrudgingly tell your angels thank you, because obviously somebody needs a little gratitude, and that's okay. Angels are people too, and they have feelings, I think. From this card, I'm going to say that they do. Okay, and then we've got you so many angels. So this deck Where is it? Where do I have too many cards. Oh, this is an angel deck. Okay, I was like, there's so many angels in this deck because it's an angel deck. Duh, Kathy. Okay. This one is not though. This is not an angel deck. So, yeah, but okay, focus your mind. Focus yourself. Self. Okay, focus your mind. Thank you, angels, for helping me to focus on my priorities. I'm laughing because they I feel like the other group one only got one of these cards, and then this card that they had did not look like an angel. So I think that's why it feels like there's so much angel energy here and why it's making me giggle. I hope that it's not like getting on your nerves that like all this angel stuff is coming up because it almost feels like it almost feels like your energy's like excuse me, sorry. It almost feels like your energy is like yeah, it's all fun and games until you have angels pestering you all the time, Kathy. And that's fair. And so I apologize for laughing at you. But so this is your path. Your path is that there's a change that you are or will become aware that you need to make, and that you've got a lot of support to help you move towards getting comfortable with that change, since if you are resistant to it. So yes, this is the path. And I think because this is Lady Venus, like the ultimate outcome has to do with love, love and connection. That I mean, this might be why you were kind of resistant to that love, the love messages coming out. That maybe this change has to do with a love relationship or something with love or value or self worth, because those are things that Venus rules. Okay, so the next part of the reading is purpose. So let's see. Okay, so we've got the sun in reverse. I feel like the sun is not really a card that reverses, right? Like the sun is round. It doesn't matter which way we put it. It's a positive omen. So we've got this Egyptian, I'm going to assume it's the sun god since this is the sun. I think the sun god's name is Ra or Amun Ra. Like the football player on the Detroit Lions. If you don't know what I'm talking about, disregard. But this sun card is a positive omen. And so with this figure in this boat, right, they're holding this staff, they're holding this ankh, which is a symbol of life. They're on this water, they're going somewhere. So your purpose is for this month is that you're moving towards some really positive things. The sun card is a card of new beginnings, along with this ace of swords. So it almost feels like once you are able to move through whatever resistance you're feeling around this change, it's going to be really smooth sailing. It's going to be forward motion. It's going to be easy. Talk to your guides and your angels. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Like just you can kind of angels take the wheel this situation so that you can get to this if you kind of just get tired of like resisting them or having them kind of nudge you with all the triple numbers around like whatever you need to change. So the oracle card that came up is stop. Is this for me to stop teasing you about your angels? Interesting. Okay, so we've got movement, and then we've got this big stop sign. I I want to see what these are. This is interesting because it feels okay. Seeing this mystery and discernment and then not wanting to make a change. So there's something that you don't want to make a change on and you want to move forward in a certain direction, but that's not what you're supposed to be doing. And so what I feel with the mystery card is that there's something that you don't know and that you're learning how to use your discernment. So let's look at this mystery card. It says, I rest in the unknown. Change me, divine beloved, into one who rests peacefully in the unknown until the right and timely actions are shown. I offer the mystery to you alone. I don't know where to go because it feels this card feels like I don't know which direction to move in because I don't have enough information, because I'm not trusting. I'm not trusting. So it might not be, you might not be resistant to making the change. You might just not know what to do to make this change happen. And you keep trying to do things and you keep hitting roadblocks, and it's like, this is a mystery. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't understand. And so you're being asked to trust. That's why I keep getting the message of like talking to your angels, listening to your angels. You don't have to do it alone. And I think that you are so used to doing it alone because you've done it that way for so long that it's hard for you to trust anyone else, especially people, beings that you can't see, that you struggle to communicate with, which could be this Ace of Swords in reverse also, since swords, rule communication. But this discernment card says, trusting your plan. Grant me discernment and detachment when they're needed most. May I honor my feelings deeply, then fully let go, trusting your plan. Your your angels are very, like, your support team is very like direct. Like the angel cards like coming out a lot, like the angels, communicating a lot here. I feel like you are in, like, your path and your purpose are very, they're I was gonna say coagulating. That doesn't even make sense. Like, they're converging because there's a path that your angels and guides are trying to steer you on that has to do with your purpose. And for you, for this month, your purpose is to learn how to trust them. Your purpose is to learn how to surrender because you're so used to doing it on your own, right? Because the sun god is very strong. Like, they're secure in their knowing, like, in the Christian culture, like, God is infallible, right? I guess it's true for like a lot of people that believe in God, that like God is all knowing, they're omnipotent, they're omniscient, they can see everything, they know everything. And so I feel like that's the energy of this card, where it's like, no, I have to know everything. I have to have a plan. I have to control everything. I have to do it all myself. And with this Ace of Swords being reversed, it's like, no, you're being changed. Like, that's not, you don't have to do it. You don't have to go alone. You don't have to do it alone anymore. And so each time you try to implement your own plan, you're going to hit a roadblock this month, because what your angels are asking for you to do is to give them the wheel so that they can take you where you need to be, so that you can learn that you can trust them. So this is a big part of your purpose for the month, is learning how to surrender. And that's a tricky lesson. I can tell you, like, having been through it, it's not that the lesson is hard, but I feel like when you are someone that's a doer, surrendering is not doing. Surrendering is just trusting and being, and it's very hard to just be with things when you're used to being a doer. Like, there's not a lot of tangible stuff to do in surrender. Yeah, and I think that's the resistance energy, right? Where it's like it feels tight and tangled and uncomfortable, and like, I don't know which way to go. I don't know what to do. How do I cut myself free of this so I can just be in control again? And your angels are like, nope, you have to trust. You have to figure out how to trust us, because we're a team and we all need to go someplace together. and we need you to get on board. We need to prove to you that you can trust us. We need you to give us the opportunity to prove to you that we all have your back. And there's a lot of them. Like when I kind of see it in my mind, it's, excuse me, it's you, like I can see it from your, like if I'm you, I can see it from your perspective. And it's just a room full of like people in kind of glowing white gowns. Like I can't really see their wings. I can just see kind of glowing shapes around them. And I think those shapes are like their wings, but they're like, I can't see the back of the room. That's how many people there are. It's like you have like an army of angels that are always there. That are, and I feel like the reason that they're so pushy about you trusting them is that there's some big things that are part of your greater purpose, that they have for you, that they need your help with, like, and it's like, we can't start that work. We can't start that life mission, that life purpose until you trust us, So it's kind of like, it feels like, I don't really have any experience with this, but like, I think there's like a movie about this, or maybe I saw something about like a rowing team. And so it's like you have all these people that are, on this boat rowing, and the purpose is to row as fast as you can when you compete with the other teams. But everybody has to learn to work together, and people are positioned at different places in the boat based on their strengths, and that like if everybody's doing something different, it doesn't work. Like you can't row at different times because it gets the boat kind of stuck, right? Like if I'm trying to like pull my oars and you're trying to push yours, like the motion of the water is like weird and awkward and we can't go anywhere. Just like if someone is pulling too hard on one side, the boat's going to start to turn. So it feels like this army of angels is like, hey, we're here for you, but you are part of the purpose that we have. So like we need you to get on board. How do we build your trust? Like how do we earn your trust? How do we get your trust? And so I feel like that's really like what your purpose is for this month, is like learning how to trust them, how to stop believing that you're doing it all alone, and how to trust them. Yeah. Okay, so the love reading portion of this, let's see. Like I said, there's a little bit of resistance about love, and so we got 2 cards. The first one is the Queen of Swords. So when we look at this Queen of Swords, very, a little bit cold, right? Even the weather looks cold. She's got her sword, very sure in herself, also very guarded. It's not safe to let my guard down. I have to do it all alone. Okay. And the next card is Peacock Princess. I am enough. Mother, daughter, sister, lover. So this is this card is from the Love Your Inner Goddess deck. And I wonder if you've always been doing it by yourself because you're trying to prove that you're enough, because you're trying to prove the people wrong who said you couldn't do it, the people that kind of doubted you or tried to make you doubt yourself. Because I feel like this Queen of Swords energy, like she's the ice queen, she can be the ice queen. Very intelligent, very smart, very decisive, very strong, but also very closed off. And so I feel like this isn't the essence of who you are. This is who you have felt like you had to become because of the things that happened to you, which are the same things that contributed to the decision or the belief that I have to do this all myself. So let's see what we have for this Oracle card. Okay, confession. Releasing a secret, pursuing virtue through honesty. Virtue is a tricky word. So virtue is goodness, right? And the word good is subjective. But I feel like this goodness thing is very much tied to like, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. So like, whatever happened to you that planted that seed of not being good enough, I would invite you, as your first act of attempting to have trust in your angels, I would offer that secret to them, whether it's journaling. If it's something that you don't want to write down, you don't have to. Like, you can just have a conversation in your mind. Or if you are alone and you feel safe to say it out loud, you can talk to your angels. But sharing whatever that situation was that planted that seed of you not being good enough, sharing that with your angels and asking them to give you healing around that. Because I feel like that act it's twofold, right? It's you making the attempt to trust them, you know, because when you ask for their help in healing, even if you don't believe it with your whole heart, they know they can heal you. They are going to be on it. They are going to be on it. Like, they have been waiting like this. And whoops, they've just been waiting to let you know how much they love you. Like, they've just been waiting, right? Especially this lady Venus. Venus represents love. Like, they've just been waiting for the chance to like connect with you, to be able to offer you something, to be able to show you. And I feel like that act of healing, it's going to heal you of whatever this thing is that has made you believe you're not good enough or that you are not enough. But also it's going to show you just how deeply you're loved. Because I think a lot of times, like, when we do healing work around worthiness, it can be really painful. It can be really hard. This will not be the situation for you. Like, you have so much like love around you because of these angels that it's like it's gonna change your life to ask them to heal you of this. Like, they can't wait. I could just see them, and they're like, just please, like, group number 2, please we could do it. Like, we can do it. Like, just trust us with your beautiful, tender heart. You don't have to protect yourself from us. You don't have to protect yourself from us because we love you. So that's the love part. See, that wasn't scary. That wasn't as scary as you thought. I wonder if you thought it was going to be like, go on a date or like make an online dating profile. Barf. Sorry, no offense to people that love online dating, but is that anybody? That is not me. But this is your reading. It's not my reading. So these last quite a few cards are just messages from God, Source, Spirit, Universe, probably your angels. These two are angel cards, so let's do these two first. This first one is Watermelon Tourmaline, and you have 2 angels in this one. And it says stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. Okay. So they are happy to help you get some rest. They are nudging you to take a nap. This next one is Azurite. Oh, deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy towards therapeutic care. Okay, so if you have the luxury of seeking out counseling or therapy, I feel like this, this card is really supporting that. If you are not sure how to find a therapist or how to afford a therapist, angels, they're happy to help you. Also, Google is great. They want to help heal your really tender, gentle heart. Okay, so let's see what is next here. Past, you were frightened. Now you are emotionally stronger and brave. In the past, you felt parentified and in this caretaker role. Now you are able to experience most moments of fun, play, joy, laughter, and silliness. I feel like this is coming. In the past, you felt vulnerable and alone. Now you understand your emotions, the power in your thoughts, and the self-love needed not to feel alone. Also, you have a mob of angels around you that just really adore you. And so this last card is the paint set, creativity. It's number 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 in numerology is a card of ending, releasing, closing out chapters. So especially with this little kind of fun Pikachu. Where is this? I feel like these three kind of go together. That like your inner child, maybe part of the healing work that you do, along with like talking to somebody. That confession can also be, you know, the therapy. But along with, you know, getting kind of structured healing, reaching out to your angels, let yourself have fun. Let yourself do something fun, right? Maybe like this paint set, like drawing, dancing, watching something funny so that you can enjoy your time. You can laugh, you can be silly. Maybe watch Pokemon. I watch Pokemon because I feel like it's a great show about nothing, right? So it just kind of lets my brain not worry about anything. I don't get like super caught up in the plot. It's not complicated. It's a little bit silly. I mean, who doesn't love Pikachu? Attitude. But yeah, just allowing yourself to take a break and get some rest. Because your angels are saying like that they want that for you, that you deserve it, and it's going to be helpful and beneficial to you, because who doesn't need a little bit of rest and relaxation? But group number 2, this was your reading for the month of February. So I hope that it was helpful for you. I hope that I hope that you are able to consider what it means for you to kind of surrender to the support that is around you, what it means to you to trust that you have all these angels around you that want the best for you. They want healing for you. They want, you know, they want you to feel like you are enough and that you are loved, and that, you know, you are supported and you don't have to do everything on your own. Yeah. So group number 2, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I'd love it if you would like and subscribe. If there's any part of this that you particularly enjoyed, or if you just want to tell me that it's not very nice of me to laugh at you because of how pushy your angels are, leave me a comment, because I deserve that. That's not very nice of me to continue as I am laughing at you because of your angels. But I'm only laughing because I have a guide that is, she comes to me, she looks like an older gal, very much like strict librarian vibes. And she's very direct. Like, I feel like she uses her words kind of like a hand to slap me in the back of the head, because, you know, sometimes we need that. And then other times, you know, in the beginning, when she showed up, she was very like, quit fucking around. I was like, oh my God, like, who is this librarian person that I see in my mind? Am I going crazy? Maybe. You know, but now, like, the times that she does come in, it's always very serious, but she's also like very, very supportive. So she's kind of gone from being like the strict librarian to being the really comforting, badass grandma. So I hope that you can develop that kind of relationship with your angels, that, you know, you can kind of understand that they're pushing and nudging because they want the best for you. They want you to move towards your best, highest good, because there's so many amazing things in store for you. So I hope that you have a great February, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, group number 3. So if you chose this Jack of Clubs, crazy, amazing, outer space. Oh, I totally forgot. There's a turtle. I totally missed that the first time. This card just keeps getting better. How? I don't know, but I'm here for it. So if you chose this Jack of Clubs, Pisces, Star, oh snap, card, this is your reading. So I pulled way too many cards for one reading, but you know, that's what I offer. I offer too much nonsense. One of the things that for each group, like the cards kind of did different things. And so for your group, the cards came out like really quickly. The other groups, like I kind of had some issues like with shuffling. Cards didn't want to come out. Too many cards came out for another group. And so for your group, the cards, like the cards came out very, like cleanly. So it was like I would shuffle and then cards would just kind of pop out. Like, it's us, we're ready, pull us, you know? And so like the energy was very like direct, decisive, like determined. And so I kind of feel like that's your energy for this month. Like, you know what you want, you know where you want to go. So these first couple cards are for your path for the month. So let's look. Okay, so we've got the Magician, which is awesome. I love it. It's these like two snakes, and we've got the wand and the sword. And then there's not a cup and a pentacle. In the traditional tarot, the Magician has one of each element. So one sword, one wand, one pentacle, one cup. And instead of the pentacles and cups, we've got these two snakes. Snakes represent change. Snakes represent shedding a skin. We've got this full moon in the background, and then there's the 4 stars, which I feel like it's very balanced, right? So again, that determined, deliberate energy. You know exactly what it is that you want to manifest, and you're done messing around. You're like, let's go, let's get it, let's get this show on the road. So yeah, this Magician, very self-assured energy. I like it. Next, we have this message from Archangel Michael. You are protected. Thank you, Michael, for surrounding me with your protective light. Okay, so you got some support with whatever it is that you want to do. Take time to breathe. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease knowing you're here. Okay, so to me, what this says is that not only are you protected, but you're supported. So you've got, it's almost like you have a cosmic Uber driver that's like, hey, we're here to take you wherever you want to go. It's been paid for. Don't worry, just get in and let us know where we're going. I feel like that's the energy of this Magician card, right? Just very sure, very clear, super clear. Next, we have Katumi, which is Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Interesting. And then we've got Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Interesting. Okay, so for me, these two, you know what you want. I think you might have shared it with people that are like, I don't know if you can do that. Are you sure? You know, and you're like, yes, I know what I know. And I got it under control. I have a plan, you know? And I feel like your angels are like, yep, we got you. We got this. It's this path that you're taking is divinely aligned. And I feel like with these two cards, it's like, if people doubt you, if you share your news or your decision with people and they doubt you, you don't have to listen to them. You know, that like, you already know. You know what the truth is, and you're going to speak what your truth is. So the way that other people feel about it is not your problem. Oh, snap. I feel like you went through some kind of change, and you don't look the same to people that used to know you. And I kind of feel like that's what this oh snap is, right? Where it's like you move different, you talk different. Your energy is different, and it's catching a lot of people off guard, and you might catch some resistance because people don't like change. And when we decide to change ourselves, that's other people's responses are not our problem, because we don't change for them. Why would we? Like you're changing for you. You're growing, building, developing, creating the life that you want for yourself. You are divinely supported, and whatever resistance other people have around it, that's their stuff to deal with. So like I said, your energy is very decisive. The message is very much aligned with your energy, where it's like, you know what you want, you have support and going to get it. Doesn't matter what people think, their reactions are about them. Yeah. So that is your path reading. Let me see. Yep, that is your reading for the path for the month ahead. And so let's look at your purpose. And this is just the purpose for the month, right? Kind of like something for you to focus on for the month. So let's see what this is. King of Swords in reversed. Okay, so this is the King of Swords upright. We have a crow on top of a sword. And we had, pull out Miss Joan of Arc here, because she's got a sword too. We've got this King of Swords in the reverse. It feels like a little bit of doubt, and I don't, like with this magician having the sword here, I don't think that you're doubting yourself. I think that you're becoming a different version of you that obviously you've never been, because it's a new, different version, duh. But there are pockets of time where it's like, whoa, who am I? Like who am I? Like I really I've changed so much that I noticed how I've changed, and that it's not necessarily doubt. It feels more like a surprise at like, I really am becoming exactly who I've been wanting to become. Like, wow. And so like when we look at this little baby, there's this a little bit of like mischievous twinkle in the eye, almost looks like a little smile. Crows are very, very intelligent birds. Like they're communal, they have relationships, like, and I feel like the times that this is in reverse, it's not that you doubt yourself or you don't know who you are. It's that you're kind of a little bit in awe of yourself. Like, whoa, wow, I really have been putting in the work. I really have been doing stuff. Like, I really do know what I want. I really can speak my truth. I really am protected. So it's more of awe and gratitude of like, wow, is this my life? Wow. And I feel like that's such a powerful place to be in, to like do the work to try to manifest something for your life and then have it show up and be like, am I dreaming? Like, is this real? So what an amazing place to be. What an amazing place to be. So let's see what else we have here. Protection. Again, look at this. Look at this. Somebody likes you. and it's Archangel Michael and Ben, because Ben's here trying to get some hugs, but some pets, but he doesn't understand that you can't pet him. But I'm sure you would if you could. So we've got protection here. That you're protected. You already know. Okay, buddy. Can I finish this card reading, sir? Okay, thank you. Okay, and then we have trust. And this with the heart in the center, it very much feels like trust yourself. Trust your knowing. Trust your, trust your wisdom, trust your truth. Trust your angels. Trust your vision. Yeah, trust yourself. Yeah. And then divine assistant. I can't. You guys, look, what is this? Okay, Focus, Kathy. Divine assistance. I am open to receive. Change me, divine beloved, into one who is willing to receive all the right help. Let me feel deserving of divine assistance in every way. Open me to receive. I cannot. Take time to breathe. Take time to receive. You are protected. Like, I don't know. I like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with all these cards. I gotta put them all together. Yep, you can trust yourself. You can trust your wisdom. You are protected. You could trust your... Take time to breathe. Yes. Trust your voice. Trust your... It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I love when, like, all the messages and all the cards just go together. I love it. Yeah. So this is your purpose for your path and purpose are very much merged together. I think group number 2 is the same. So, yeah. Let's move on to love. Okay. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups are the happily ever after cards. Pentacles are about time, energy, money, resources. 10 is the culmination in tarot. It's the reaching the destination, right? And so we have this whale, this massive blue whale, like the biggest mammal on the planet, diving down, just moving down to get to these pentacles. Deep down in the ocean. And so I feel like this excuse me, I feel like this symbolizes that you'll be successful. Whatever it is that you're manifesting, whatever it is that you're creating for yourself, like, you're going to be successful and you're going to reach, like, whatever, like, goal, milestone. I'm not sure what it is for you. Because with the magician, like, we can manifest whatever we want, right? As the magician, you can manifest whatever you want. But to me, this 10 of Pentacles talks about, like, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. And it feels like you're very close. So I don't know if, like, what you manifested, I don't know if it's all going to come together this month, or if it's just going to happen really fast. Like, I mean, what is time, right? I think my ego is like, oh no, it's going to, like, things don't happen fast. It should take time. Like, you can't be an overnight success, blah, blah, blah. Well, obviously, like, this reading is not about me, it's about you, but time isn't real, right? Energy moves the way that energy moves. You have angels that are in your corner, like, you have divine assistance making things happen. So this could be something overnight. It just feels like it's something that's going to happen really quickly. It's all going to fall in place. It's all going to fall in place. Or at least most of it. And then you might have a couple little things that slowly, gently fall in place. Hi, Ben. Hi. Okay, so next is this Love Your Inner Goddess card. Aw, and it's a Good Witch. Let me put this over here. And then for this Cupid's Arrow Oracle card, resolving issues, solving inner conflict with others, healing past trauma. Interesting. Okay. So I wonder if you're manifesting some kind of healing, right? And that's why it's, like, happening so fast, because you've got, you've got this magic, this good witch on your side. You got your angels, this culmination that's like this kind of big effort, big energy that's moving towards the majority of, these pentacles with this culmination. Yeah. And just being open to receive, maybe receiving healing. Very interesting. kind of learning who you are as an individual. So yeah, I wonder if you're healing some relationship wounding or some wounds that happened in relationship. It feels sorry, I'm just like tuning into the feeling. Like I can feel it in my heart chakra, my chest. It feels very much like very expansive. Got the screen here for the heart chakra, but it feels very open and expansive, just like how she's laying there, kind of arms to the side, heart chakra open, not needing to be guarded or protected. It feels like taking a weight off and just knowing that that you are autonomous and that you know how to care for yourself, you know how to keep yourself safe, you know how to say no, you know how to protect yourself if and when you need to, and that like it's safe to just be to just kind of be wide open in how you give and receive love. Yeah, it almost feels like, as far as love is concerned, like there's a block that's being cleared out, which feels really good. Yeah, that's lovely. So these last couple cards are messages from like your guides and angels. So let's see. In the past, you needed approval from others. Now you learned how to validate yourself and be your own biggest fan by giving yourself more positive thoughts and love. In the past, you felt anxious and unaware of what to do. Now you are more confident with who you are and what you need to succeed. I feel like this is that wisdom and trust. I don't know where to put this. It's too many cards. In the past, you felt abandoned. Now you show up for yourself daily and surround yourself with the people who love and care for you consistently. Okay. And then we've got no. Okay. Let's see. No to what? The camera, memories. Interesting. Okay. So I feel like this no and memories. I wonder if you might be like replaying things in your mind, right? That you might be kind of replaying trauma and hurt and like kind of regurgitating is the word that comes to mind. It's kind of a gross word, but it might be like you're ruminating, right? Where it's like just kind of thinking or replaying or even looking at photos, rewatching videos. And so this card is a no. This is saying, please, it's not helpful to do that. And so I think sometimes we can get stuck in an energy, we can get stuck in a connection, and you have divine assistance. You have a lot of this swords energy around you. It may be helpful for you to do a cord cutting. It might sound really extreme to do a cord cutting as far as the energy, but really like a cord cutting, the energetic process of doing a cord cutting is just making the declaration that you want to disconnect the energy of the other person from yourself, and you want to disconnect your energy from the other person so that both of you can receive your energy back. Like if we unhook ourselves, there's not this pulling and tension anymore. If we unhook, then the energy goes back to where it belongs. You know, you can recall your energy to you and you return their energy to them. And it allows this energetic balance to happen instead of there being like this energetic tug of war, you know, this emotional push and pull of like these memories and the hurt and the trauma and sadness and grief. It ends that. So if that's something that you feel like would be helpful, like you can find cord cutting meditations on YouTube, on the internet. Like if you have like a meditation app, like I use Insight Timer, there's a lot of them out there, but YouTube is definitely, there will be in abundance. So you can find something that you like. So then these next cards are crystal angel cards. So we've got Angelite, and the message is spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people for friendship and increase spiritual growth. So I feel like that could help with this this healing, especially if for whatever reason this might not be for everybody. This may or may not resonate with people, but the healing, the heart healing, the relationship healing that I was feeling was kind of like a codependency, right? Where and maybe codependency isn't the right word for it, but it's this feeling like they're the only one. There's no one else. I'll never meet anybody else. And I feel like that those are hard feelings to be with, right? Like when we believe that nobody else will want us or that we won't find anybody else, like we can get stuck in holding on to that connection, right? And it's not for your best, highest good to keep hanging on. Like there's so many amazing things that are waiting for you. You know, you've got support in healing. You know, you've got this divine assistance. You got angels that want to help you heal. You have this ability to create whatever life it is that you want. Like there's magical healing that is here for you. And there's also a world full of people that want to connect with you, that want to be friends, that, you know, think the same way that you do, that are really just, you know, just kind of hanging out, waiting for group number 3 to get to, you know, hang out with them and meet them and get to know you. Okay, and then this last angel card is Citrine. Unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. So you've got this divine assistance, you know, that's here for you. Yeah. So group number 3, that has been your reading. All of these, so many cards. But yeah, I just want to remind you that you can, you know, you are the magician. You can manifest whatever it is that you want in this life, whether it's a bunch of ridiculous nonsense like this giant stack of, I don't know what is going on here, but it's glorious. You know, you can manifest really whatever it is that you want, like increased, you know, self-confidence, autonomy, like a happily ever after, a community of people that love you, healing from like heartache and heartbreak, as well as just like learning how to receive. So I feel like did I mention that there's some kind of ending energy? Maybe just because I looked at the Pisces. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. And so this feels like there's an ending, you know, like you're wrapping things up, you're completing a cycle this month around letting go of things from the past so that you can move forward into the future. Yeah. So group number 3, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you liked it, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. If there is any part of this reading that like really resonated for you, or if you just love these ridiculous cards and the fact that I couldn't see that there was a turtle there, leave me a comment and let me know. Or if you want me to use more stickers, because I love stickers. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I am wishing you a lovely, healing, just magnificent February, also with some relaxing and maybe a beach vacation. I mean, get it, right? So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.